So there I was, playing the new Indigo disc, DLC, and Scarlet and Violet. I'm sitting here hunting for a shiny Smeargle when I thought, hey, I've caught my fair share of shinies. Why don't I go ahead and rank every single shiny in the series? After giving it some thought and some looking around, there isn't really an extensive video going into detail about every single shiny. So I said, hey, why don't I do it, right? That's how this video came to be. Today we are here going through every single shiny form for every single Pokemon. This series is going to be broken down into 9 parts, and today we are starting with Gen 1. I'm going to show you what I really like. I'm going to show you what's absolutely ugly, and I'm going to show you shinies that I'm indifferent about. Without further ado, here is Gen 1 for all shinies. Going forward with this video and the rest of my other videos, there's a little something I want to show you that is called the Green Plague. In the earlier gens, I don't know what happened in the Nintendo Game Freak labs or whatever was happening, but there are a lot of green, like ugly green shinies, especially in the earlier gens. And later gens, they're not safe, they're lazy. I'm gonna be roasting the absolute out of them, okay? As for the earlier gens, I'll cut them a little bit aside because I know things weren't as advanced as they are now. That really only applies to the earlier gens, but yeah. That applies to the first 3 Pokemon. We have Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Ivysaur. I actually like the yellow contrast on Venusaur and Ivysaur. I think Bulbasaur is the weakest here, so we're gonna do this quickly. We're gonna move on. I think Ivysaur is my personal favorite out of these 3. It's still a green shiny, but Ivysaur gets a strong 6 out of 10, Venusaur gets a 5 out of 10, and Bulbasaur gets like 3. Okay, pause. So this is Sxthos from the future. Long story short, my audio files messed up, so I'm gonna try and recover this the best I can. I actually was kind of thinking about re-recording this part anyway, so here we go. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of dub over it. All I was saying here was black shinies were the GOAT. I was like, man, look at all these black shinies, they're so good. And then Charmander and Charmeleon kind of got hoed, you know? Is what it is though. I think the whole line is actually pretty good. I think that having Charmander and Charmeleon is more worth to grind out for that shiny just because Charizard shiny is that cool. Anyway, that's it. On to the next. It should be the little turtle boy Squirtle Squad. Okay, pause again. I found out that the next couple of minutes, actually, I didn't look too far into it, but the next couple of minutes are all corrupted. I don't know what happened to my audio files. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and redo this entire part again with the recordings, everything. No overdubs. It'll be good from here. We're good. We're finally onto the turtles. I'm gonna say it now. The green shell takes away points. We don't like green, bro. It spells Green Plague all over the place. Wartortle and Blastoise, I like their purples, so to keep it short, Wartortle and Blastoise get a 7. Squirtle's okay. I give them like a 4, maybe a 5 on a good day. These Mons are so bright. I gotta say, I really like the yellow on Caterpie. Metapods is pretty cool too. I feel like for both of them, their contrast has been put up a lot. They're both pretty cool. Butterfree's pretty cool. Putting them on the scale, Caterpie's the favorite to me. They get an 8 out of 10. Metapod, I like the vibrant orange, but not as good as Caterpie. I'll give them a 7. Butterfree, I'm giving it a 6. Feel very indifferent about Butterfree. More bugs. So next we have Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill. I'm just gonna say it now. Kakuna and Beedrill are ugly. I do not like the green. I could argue like kind of liking Beedrill's a little bit because of the contrast he's got going with the stingers and his eyes and whatnot, but Kakuna's is just ugly, man. It's terrible. I don't like it at all. Weedle, I'm very indifferent about. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of there. Weedle, I will give a 5 out of 10. Kakuna, bro, give Kakuna is like a 1 out of 10. Beedrill, I'll give like a 4. Next is Gen 1's Token Bird Pokemon. This is probably the most average like Pokemon in the series. Like, they're just so like there and forgettable at the same time. Nothing special about them. They're average. They're getting an average score. I think their shinies are very diluted compared to their originals. I actually like their originals better. But with all that being said, 3 out of 10 for all 3 of them. Next we have the regular rat and the New York rat. As for the regular rat, I think the shiny is ugly. That shiny is so ugly, bro. But the New York rat actually looks pretty cool. I do like the reddish orange it's got going on. Yeah, it looks really good. Putting them on the scale, Rattata, I'm gonna give a 3 out of 10. Raticate, we're gonna go ahead and give this a 7 out of 10. Okay, we're gonna change it up a little bit. Welcome to the speed round where we go through a bunch of ugly shinies, and I'll do quick ratings on them. Okay, so here we go. Both of these birds are trash. I'm gonna go ahead and give Spearow a 2. I'll give Spearow a 3 just because he looks slightly cooler. Ekans is also trash. I'm gonna go ahead and give Ekans oh boy, this one's ass. I'll give this one a 1. And then Arbok actually looks really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 7. Pikachu and Raichu look like they've been left in the oven for too long. Both of them I'll give 3 out of 10. Sandslash actually looks really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give him like I'll give him an 8 out of 10. These shinies would have been good for all the Nidos if they weren't literally just the other gender's counterpart. Nidoran girl shiny is just regular Nidoran. So with that being said, they all get 0 out of 10 except for Nidoqueen. I don't know why they her up so much. Clefable and Clefairy are barely any different, and they got the green plague on their ears. 2 out of 10. Vulpix is pretty mid, but Ninetales is actually really gas. Like, I love Ninetales. Vulpix, I'm gonna give like I'll give it a 6 because it's just that much worth shiny hunting for Vulpix to get Ninetales. And Ninetales, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Get it hot. Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff also barely look the same, just like Clefable and Clefairy, and they have the green plague in their eyes of all places. These guys get 1 out of 10. Zubat and Golbat, Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. I think it actually fits Oddish a little more, so Oddish gives extra points. Paris and Parasect. Paris is trash. Literally the only thing that changes is the little bulb things on top of its body. Parasect actually looks pretty different for once. That gets extra points. Paris, I'm gonna give Paris gets like a 1 out of 10. Parasect, I'm gonna give like a 4. For the Venos, for Venonat and Venomoth, I really like the blue on these. Actually, they're really clean. So I'm gonna give them both I give them an 8 out of 10. I really like both of them. This is my boy right here, Diglett and Dugtrio. This is the perfect example of simple but effective. The blue snooter, that's all that's different, but it's so effective that I think it's really nice actually. So both of these get an 8 out of 10. They were kind of cooking with Meowth. I do like pink shinies, and they dropped the ball completely on Persian. Meowth gets 7 out of 10. Persian gets like 3. Mankey and Primeape suck. Mankey has a green body, and then they gave like this ugly brown green to Primeape's hands and legs. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, both of these trash. For the 3 Polys, bro, this one pisses me off. Poliwag and Poliwhirl are barely any different. I do like the blue slightly more, so I give them points for that. And then Poliwrath, why, bro? Why? Like, it just looking at it, like, I accidentally skipped over 2 pairs of Mons. Psyduck is actually really clean. I like Psyduck a lot. I'm gonna give him like a 9 out of 10. Golduck, they dropped the ball completely. He's like a 4. Also accidentally skipped over Growlithe and Arcanine. If you like these two, cool. They're really not that much different to me. I don't know. I think they could definitely cooked harder on this one, especially given how popular Growlithe and Arcanine actually are. These two, they get like a 5 out of 10. I feel pretty indifferent about them. Next we have Gen 1's Goat. Abracadabra are kind of whatever. They just lose their saturation. Everything becomes like a little lighter or whatever. Alakazam, they cooked. Pink, pink, pink. We love pink shinies. We love pink shinies. We love black shinies. That's all I can think of right now. Anyway, Abra and Kadabra, they're pretty average. We'll give them like a 4 average. Alakazam gets a 8 out of 10. Machop. We're in Gen 1. I'll cut him some slack. Machop is definitely the ugliest out of all 3 of these. Machoke and Machamp, they look okay. I guess I like the contrast in Machoke. They're green shinies, bro. I can't even lie. They're so bad. They're bad. They're terrible. I give all of them a 2 out of 10. I'm actually not too mad at these. I gotta say, they're plant Pokemon, so I'm here for it when it comes to the green. The green itself actually isn't even that bad here. I also love the leaves, except for Weepinbell. Weepinbell can kick rocks. Victory Bell and Bellsprout's leaves actually fit their shinies really nice, and I think they're pretty cool, besides the green. But all that in order, I think they all get different scores here. Bellsprout, I'm gonna give an even 5. Weepinbell is the weakest here with a 3, and Victory Bell I actually like quite a bit, so I'm gonna give it a 6. While I have a love-hate I don't even know why I said love-hate actually. I do not like this Pokemon, but my personal feelings aside, I think their shinies are gas. Tentacool with the light purple. He does have green and, you know, his little bulb things, but you know, that's whatever. The purple is really good, and Tentacool is just cooking. Like, the whole thing is good. I can't even lie. Even the bulbs here. Both of them I'm gonna give, actually I like Tentacool a little more. I'm gonna give Tentacool a 8 and Tentacool a 9.
That's just a stupid boulder.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock. A rock. A rock. It's a big, beautiful old rock.
Listen, Geodude Shiny is probably one of the most iconic shinies out there. I don't think, if you are a shiny hunter and you do not know what Geodude Shiny, I just don't think that exists. I think everyone just knows what Geodude Shiny looks like. It's like, it's that, you know? It's just popular. With that being said, Graveler and Golem, they look kind of trash in comparison. It's not the worst. It's not the worst, don't get me wrong. But in comparison to Geodude, yeah, not living up to the name, you know? With that being said, Geodude, we're gonna give him a solid 7. Graveler is trash. We're gonna give him like a 3. Golem's okay. Give him a 4. Another simple but very effective shiny, Ponyta and Rapidash. I really love both of them. I'm just gonna throw them on the scale. They're really good. They're really clean. Not much to say here. Ponyta, I'm gonna give an 8. Rapidash, I'm gonna give a 9. Next, I have a small 1-question quiz for you. Can you tell me which one of these Slowpoke is shiny? I'll come back in a few minutes after I go through some other ones. Meanwhile, Slowbro is gas! Another contender for top 10 shinies. This one's really clean. Slowbro gets a strong 9 out of 10. I love Slowbro. Magnemite and Magneton are actually really cool. I love both of these shinies a lot, like a lot. I'm actually gonna give both of these a 10 out of 10. I really love Magnemite and Magneton. Not much to say about Farfetch'd. I like them on a lot. I also love the shade of pink that they have on Farfetch'd. This one gets a strong 8 out of 10 for me. Dodri. Yeah, okay, anyway. The answer to my earlier question was the one on the right. That is the actual shiny. The fact that I even have to ask that question just should show how much this shiny sucks. 1 out of 10. Anyway, on to my next question. Can you tell me which out of these 2 pairs are the real shiny? I'll come back to this one in a few minutes. We're at number 88 and 89 in the Pokédex. I think y'all get it by now. I'm just gonna put them on the screen. Shelder and Cloyster are very slept on. I think both of these are very, very clean. That being said, Shelder and Cloyster, I'm gonna give both of them an 8 out of 10. I really like both of these. The answer to my earlier question is the one on the left. That is the real shiny for Seal and Dugong. Shinies like these are absolutely terrible. I absolutely hate when it looks like it's barely any different. Not only is it just very uninteresting to look at, but it also makes it very hard to hunt for them as well. And with that being said, I have one last question for you. Can you tell me which out of these two shinies is the real one? I'll come back in a couple minutes. Moving on from that, I think Ghastly and Haunter are actually really clean. I like Haunter more than Ghastly because I actually really like the whole different color mouth that Haunter has. I'll put the original here next to the shiny so you can kind of see what I mean. But yeah, these are really clean. Both of them, I'll give a 5 out of 10.
What?
Pink shinies are gas! You know we love these pink shinies. Drowsy and Hypno, pretty cool. I like Hypno's a little bit more. Drowsy's a little bit of a, I guess a washed out pink. I don't really know what to call it other than that. But both of these are good. Hypno, I'm giving a 9 out of 10. Drowsy, I'm gonna give a 7. Krabby and King are okay. The most okay, I guess. I mean, Krabby's okay. Kingler is absolute dog. But, you know, we'll cut him some slack. It's Gen 1. Kingler, I'll give like a 4. Krabby, we're giving a 6. Another simple but effective, changing the red to blue for the shiny. It's clean, it works. It's easy to shiny hunt for when you're looking for it. Both are getting a solid 8 out of 10. Having golden eggs is actually pretty cool, and I think that's something that they put in a lot of different video games. Shout out to my Zelda players. But Executor, I feel like they dropped the ball. Then again, I feel like Executor's evolution in general is dropped the ball, so maybe I'm biased, but yeah, Execute definitely a lot better than Executor here. Execute gets a 6 out of 10. Executor gets a 3. I'm not gonna say it, I'm not, but you know, think for a second what these could have been if they weren't green, you know, just think about that. And while I'm here, I may as well give you the answer to the last question. The answer is the one on the right. That is the real shiny. Gengar is a fan favorite, so I might catch a little bit of heat from this one, but the shiny for this is trash. There's another form of Gengar that I'll do in another video that's really cool, but the OG Gengar, yeah, trash. Lickitung is really clean. I like the shiny a lot. Some of y'all are probably thinking, hey, why do you never say anything about the yellow shinies when some of them are just as bad as the green? I just like the color that they use for yellow better a lot of the times. A lot of the yellow shinies that we've seen throughout this video are actually not that bad. Like Caterpie, if we bring up Bellsprouts was pretty cool. There's the Goat Geodude. They're all like, they're good. They're not bad. So with that being said, Lickitung gets a 7 out of 10. Coughing and wheezing are actually really cool. I really love the small attention to detail, what they did with the changing the color of the smoke clouds. I think they really popped off there. So with that being said, I don't like this Pokemon, but I'm not gonna let it get in the way of the shiny rating. I'll give both of them a 7 out of 10. Just finished up with Pokemon number 110. We're at the final stretch for Gen 1. If you've watched this far, I just wanted to give a quick thank you before I go ahead and continue and finish the rest of these. I hope y'all enjoyed my little quirky edits and stuff like that. This is my first like video that I've done that's like longer like this, so yeah. Anyway, back to the video. Rhyhorn and Rhydon. I'm very indifferent about these two. Both they're giving average to me, so they're getting an average score. I'm gonna give both of them a 5 out of 10. Chansey, this is actually one of the few green shinies that I'll defend. I actually like the green on it. I know a lot of people actually hate on this, but I'm actually pretty cool with this shiny. I do have a shiny Chansey, and I enjoy that little mon a lot. Really cool. I will give it a 6 out of 10. Tangler, I'll cut you some slack just because you kind of look like some moss seedweed. That's really all I have to say about you. 2 out of 10. Kangaskhan is also pretty bad. It's one of those shinies where it barely looks any different. You wouldn't really be able to tell if you were shiny hunting for it. But yeah, this one gets like also a 2 out of 10. Horsey and Seadra are alright. I like Seadra more than Horsey, but it definitely looks like the contrast has really just been put up on these two and they were sent out. So both of them I'll give a 5 out of 10. This one's even worse. Goldeen and Sea King. I don't like this one on top of the fact that their shinies are trash. So both of them I will give a 3 out of 10. Now on to probably my favorite Gen 1 shiny, Staryu and Starmie. I like Staryu more. That is my favorite one right there. Starmie is really cool too, but you know, when I do catch Staryu, I always like to keep it in its first form because that shiny is so cool, man. Just look at it. It is so nice, especially in comparison to its original colors. Both of these mons look really good in their shiny. So with that being said, Staryu gets a 10 out of 10. Starmie I will give a strong 9. Speedrunning this next part. Mr. Mime, that one's 2 out of 10. Scyther's also trash but worth catching for evolution, 4 out of 10. Jinx shiny looks like they've been left in the laundry a little bit too long and they lost their color, 3 out of 10. I like the buzz, not the worst but not the best either. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Magmar, this Pokemon looks weird but we love pink shinies, is getting a 9 out of 10. Pinsir, I actually really like the colors here. I think it's a really clean shiny, 8 out of 10. Tauros, anyway. Magikarp and Gyarados are both really clean. I think it's worth catching Magikarp to get Gyarados. I also think Magikarp by itself is really cool. I love the gold. I love the red on Gyarados. I think they're really cool. Give both of them a 9 out of 10. Lapras is definitely another one of my Gen 1 favorites. I love the purple on it. This one gets also a 9 out of 10 for me. Ditto. They look so happy. I love how happy they look. 10 out of 10 for our goat. I'm putting all the evolutions from Gen 1 up all at once. Eevee gets an automatic 10 out of 10 because catching them basically means you have just a huge arsenal of shinies you could turn Eevee into. Not to mention that Eevee itself is a clean shiny. I love the colors on it. Now, we're talking the evolutions. Vaporeon is okay. Jolteon and Flareon are pretty trash. Jolteon, I don't even know, you already know. And then Flareon, it's just a lighter color. They kind of did what they did to Growlithe and Arcanine to Flareon. Not a fan, not really a fan. It's okay. So with that being said, Eevee 10 out of 10. Vaporeon will get a 7. Jolteon 3. Flareon 4. Porygon is pretty cool. I love the colors here actually, especially in comparison to its original colors. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. Almanite and Almastar are another case of simple but effective. I do like the pink in contrast to the original blue. I think it's pretty good. Like I said, simple, effective. Not the best though, so I will give both of these a 6 out of 10.
What?
Being able to have a regular purple Aerodactyl and a shiny pink Aerodactyl I think is really cool. I also think Aerodactyl is kind of slept on, but that's just me being me. So with that being said, I'm gonna give this one a 8 out of 10. Snorlax, even though the mon itself is really cool, the shiny for it is trash. I think the shiny, wait, this isn't the shiny. Hold on, let me pull up the actual shiny. Okay, so as I was saying, the shiny is barely any different. You can't really tell. Now the little gag is finished, here's them side by side. Yeah, it's bad. It's trashed. Even though I love this mon, I love Snorlax, the shiny is terrible. 1 out of 10. Dratini and Dragonair are really beautiful pink shinies. Both of them I'm giving a 9 out of 10. And then there's
Disgusting black creatures, get out of my sight.
Articuno is pretty clean, even though it's one of the ones that's barely any different. I think they raised the brightness up enough to where I can at least say it's okay. Give it a 5 out of 10. Zapdos has got to be contender for one of the worst shinies. I pray for people that that hunt for Zapdos. Do not. I like Zapdos as a Pokemon. For shiny hunting, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Zapdos is trash. This might be the first 0 out of 10. Actually, no, I think I did 0 out of 10 before. This is my second 0 out of 10. Moltres is pretty cool. The contrast on the body is pretty clean. It's also another pink shiny, so I'm gonna give that one a strong 7. And last but not least, we have Mew and Mewtwo. I'm okay with these. Mew is pretty clean. I actually like it a lot. Mewtwo, I mean, I guess the green tail, I mean, okay, I guess. I mean, it could have been better. At least not on the whole body. I'll give it that. Mew's is clean though. Mew, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Mewtwo, I'll give it a 5. And with that being said, we're finished.
They want an encore. Stand aside, SpongeBob.
We are finished. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. I just want you to know that. If you could please leave a like and subscribe, that will really like help get this going so I can keep going, make more content, all that good stuff. I would appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna hopefully be back with Gen 2 and other videos. I am a shiny hunter, so I'm probably doing a live for Shiny Arceus actually in BDSP. If y'all want to watch that, it's over on my Twitch /Sxthos. I also have it linked in the description, so don't worry about that. Thank you guys for watching once again, and yeah, let me know what you liked, let me know what you didn't like. At the end of the day, these are just my opinions. If you like a shiny that I didn't like, you know, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, okay? I definitely am not a fan of green shinies, but there are some that I like. So yeah, with that being said, y'all take it easy, have a good day. I'm out. Peace.